Worries before the World Cup were many. There were the delays of wait times, the ticket prices, anxieties over hotel rooms, public transport, and countless battles between FIFA and local organising committees. Now with the group stage done and the knockout round is set to begin, it's time to declare. So far, it's been a success. No doubt there were visitors who returned away, would-be attendees who could not afford tickets, and hotels and local businesses who feel the promised bump in tourism hasn't materialised. But overall, stadiums have been full, even for matchups that seem lacklustre on paper. Nearly 70,000 people packed into stadiums to see games like Cape Verde v Saudi Arabia. For headliner events, the environment has been top tier, like at the US-Australia game and Lionel Messi's historic hat-trick. Visitors and hosts alike have been dazzled by the scenes. Kansas City has swarmed with thousands of Dutch fans, for example. Boston was besieged by the Tartan Army, etc., etc. And of course, the games have been terrific. Now a knockout round is set, with some blockbusters shaping up for the round of 16. So here are some of the key takeaways from the game. Some pre-tournament favourites have looked good, like Argentina. Others have underwhelmed, like Portugal. Some have mixed their good and bad moments, like England and Brazil. But other teams have looked consistently a cut above the rest. France. Les Blues have supposedly drawn one of the toughest groups at the World Cup, with dark horses Senegal and Norway competing with them for the top spot. After a sluggish first half to their start against Senegal, France turned on the gas and have cruised ever since. They made their World Cup look downright easy, with at least 3 goals in each game. No path to the World Cup is easy, and France would have certainly arrived battle tested if they were to get there, with a potential later matchups in the round of 16 against Germany, in the quarterfinal against Netherlands and Morocco, and an impossible semi-final against Spain. But their group stage performance leaves no doubt that they should be the favourites to win it all. Is it finally no a chance for the World Cup for the US to go on a run? The American men were once again the plucky underdogs, always willing to run for 90 minutes and gut out a tough, gritty game. These days seem to fade for a decade or two after their 2002 quarter-final run. Suddenly the results are good, vibes are even better, and the expectations are growing. For the first time, the starting lineup mostly features players with key roles and teams in top European leagues, and they can score. The 6 goals they scored in the first 2 group stage games were twice as many as they netted across 4 games in the 22 World Cup. The third group stage game against Turkey, in which US coach Mauricio Pochettino gave most of his starters a rest and his backups a chance to play, cooled their momentum somewhat with a 3-2 loss. Still, a round of 32 matchup against Bosnia is winnable. That would be their 3rd win of the tournament so far, the most ever by a US team, and a potential round of 16 match against Belgium is tougher, but should be competitive. A quarter-final in Los Angeles, even if it's a loss against Spain, would be epic and a fitting result for this team on home soil. But yeah, another key takeaway is the stars are delivering in this World Cup. Argentina's GOAT Lionel Messi has 6. France has Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele hot on his heels, and of course the Norwegian monster Erling Haaland is up there as well, with Brazil's Vini Jr. also having 4. Messi should have plenty more opportunities, with Argentina giving him an easier route to the latter stage of a game against Cape Verde and then Egypt or Australia. Plenty of other stars have 2 or 3 goals, which could have been a deep run ahead, like England's Harry Kane and Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo, so watch that space. The biggest criticism of the expansion was that there'd be no real peril for top quality teams in the group stage, both because they would be more lopsided group stage matches and because 8 third place teams advanced. That was mostly borne out. The highest ranked World Cup teams that failed to qualify were Uruguay, who were ranked 16. By contrast, the 22 tournament had 4 teams ranked higher, which were Belgium, Denmark, Germany and Mexico. The new round of 32 will have to do some work of adding surprise and peril to the big favourites. The expanded format has also given us moments, though, like Cape Verde, who would probably have reached the World Cup under the old format, taking the pre-tournament favourite Spain to a scoreless draw in their opening match. It's a thrill for fans to see teams who really have a shot, like Scotland, Haiti or Congo, to have a chance to see their team compete on the away stage. In fact, 9 of the 10 African teams advanced, plus 7 teams have reached the knockout stage for the first time in their country's history. Cape Verde, Egypt, Ivory Coast, South Africa, Congo, Canada and Bosnia. Sure, they won't be the favourites to make a deep run, but the game should be electric. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe for our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.